faces, or yeah, all new faces. All right, great. So we're going to build upon that. We'll back up a little bit. We'll talk about some truck rolls, some entries into the truck position. We'll talk about some finishes, and if we have time, we'll talk about flipping the truck, which is how you counter that position. So the truck is a very common position that 10th Planet utilizes. Not so much outside of 10th Planet, but we're going to have some fun today with it. Let's go and get started with some warm-ups. Come here, Ryan. So we call these our Ashi drills. We do these a lot in the 6 a.m. classes. We practice going from single X to on one side to the center to single X on the other side. We call them Ashi drills because single X is basically the exact same thing as Ashi. If we're standing, we call it single X. Sit down. If we're on the ground, we call it Ashi. Same position now. Which knee is it? Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to start. We want our hips to be a little bit deeper than our partner's hips. Feet wider than shoulder width apart. We've got to have some room to move around. We're going to bring our knees up. Notice how my hips are off the mat. So when my hips off the mat, my knees are up in a knee shield position. At all times, I need at least one knee shield in. If I ever have both my legs back here, he can just sit down in the mount. So we don't ever want to do that. So knees up. What I'm going to do is practice going from one side. So I'm kicking my leg through. I'm using my hand behind the knee to pull myself to one side. His foot is now under my armpit. So that's how far I'm rotating. So kicking my leg, pulling myself to one side. Heel goes up to the hip. Once my heel is on the hip, I'm going to climb up and shoot my hips up into the sky. So now I'm in single legs. When I come back down, first thing, my knee goes to the opposite leg. Again, keeping my knee shield in. I recenter. Then I go to the other side. Heel goes to the hip, and I climb up the hip. So what this looks like, real time. So I'm just going back and forth. From single legs to the center to single legs again. Always keeping at least one knee shield protecting us from getting mounted. Any questions? This is a smoker on your abs. We'll do it for a minute each. By the end of that minute, your abs will be tired. If you can complete the entire minute, great job. Keep your head off the mat. Keep your chin tucked, your core engaged the entire time. All right, partner up. 1, 2, 3. All right, partner up. You guys can do it. You'll be all right. What's your name? Amber. Bit of a size difference, but we'll be all right.
I was going to say I'm used to being the short person, so it's okay.
Have you done this before?
No. All right, so start with your hips deeper than your partner's and bring your knees up into your chest. Amber, you don't want to spread your legs a little bit further apart, give them plenty of space to work. Why don't I'll be on top for you. So face this way so I can be on top.
You're going to shoot your hips up. So like you're going to go side to side and get your hips up.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
You all right? You all right? And go.
So you're just going to go side to side. Yep.
Try to not knock your partner over. When you're climbing up their leg, you should be moving around them. You shouldn't be making them move around you.
So you're going to use almost like your heel in my hip, and you're going to.
So try to not knock me over, okay? Your goal is to shoot your hips up, not knock me back.
Keep this foot out. You don't want to turn there.
And reaping.
Or estima.
Yeah, and you're reaping, which is illegal. And you're so blue or purple.
It doesn't matter. He's masters.
Oh, he can't reap.
Yeah,
anyway.
he can't.
That's
reap.
only an IDJJF though.
Yeah,
They're lame.
Do you guys drink these blue or purple?
What's that? I forgot. I haven't rolled in a long time.
He's so
You're white.
He's one of the whites.
Protected class.
I saw that video that Chewy posted of that slow-mo of the guy pushing the knee over at the IBJJ.
Oh my gosh.
Switch top to bottom.
I saw that.
People are still doing that?
Yeah.
Dirty. Dirty. Alright, knees in your chest. Get both those knee shields in. Head off the mat. Tuck your chin to your chest and go. You're going to kick through with one leg, rotate to the side using your arm, and then climb up into the single X position. Keep going. Good. Keep this foot behind his butt. Come up here. And then this foot comes up to his hip. You're going to climb all the way. All right, jump in.
Yep.
Let me hop in. All right, on your back. Good. You're going to kick this leg through. Hold. Oh, sorry. Rotate to the side. Shoot this hip foot up here on my hip. Keep this foot behind my butt.
Behind.
And then pinch your knees. And heel on my hip. Toes pointed out. Shoot your hips up. Great. This is single X. This is what you want to get to. Now go back to the center. Get to the other side. Yep. Heel, not toes. Toes pointed out. Heel on the hip. Good. Pinch your knees. Very good. Back to the center.
That's where I get.
You're doing great. Very good. You're doing great.
It's into it. It's not as strong, so you can really like
Nope.
helps you pinch your knees together.
Heel on the hip. Toes pointed out.
When your
Comes across.
Knees pinched
toes
in.
pointed out.
Very good.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll give a quick tip. I didn't point this out just a moment ago. Come here, Ryan. We just talked about proper position of single X, aka Ashi. Everyone come around to this side. So if you're less familiar with this position, some things to focus on. I want my heel on his hip and my toes pointed out. There's a couple reasons for this. One, if I start to point my toes in, I give him more options to counter. I give him more options to shove my foot down and start to escape. And I also start to reap. So if my toes are pointed in, look what happens to his knee. See how his knee starts to drive in? This is called reaping. This is illegal in pretty much every tournament, I think, except maybe ADCC for whites and blues. It's also illegal in IBJJF unless you're in a pill, brown, or black. Even Masters brown and black can't do it. So if you start to point your toes in, naturally, you're probably going to start driving in. So the act of reaping is when your foot crosses the middle line, you start to drive this knee in. And that's when you get disqualified. So, watch that. Oh, come on back. Another tip, when we're here, is I want to try to connect my knee to my other knee. That's like an imaginary thing in my head I'm trying to focus on. It's pretty hard to do, especially depending on how big your opponent's thighs are. But in my head, I'm squeezing my knees together and trying to connect them together. How's that pressure feel?
Good pressure.
That's what I want. I'm squeezing them together. Other foot is behind the butt on the opposite side. All right. We'll do another drill. On your back, this is a movement drill. We're gonna work on our hop over drills. The idea here is that we have started to pass his guard. Maybe we did a bullfighter and we got this side, he turned into me and got his knees in. So turn to the side, get his knees in. So I tried to pass his guard, but I didn't fully pass his guard. I can quickly hop to the other side. What I'm gonna do is drive my shoulder into his thigh. Hand is gonna go onto his ankle. Head's gonna go on the mat, pinning, preferably his top hand. If I can catch it, his top hand, most likely I can't there. Most likely it's gonna be his bottom hand. I'm going to hop over to the opposite side. Now notice my hand is still on his ankle, so I'm not letting go of his ankle until I settle on the back. He's gonna turn back into me, same thing. Hand goes on the ankle, shoulder goes on the top thigh, head goes on the mat, pinning his hand down. I'm gonna jump over. When I jump, I can jump low for a quick, fast jump, or I can jump really high for a slower, more controlled jump, and also helps if he's trying to raise his legs up to catch me, helps me jump over those. I prefer the low, quick, and fast because I'm pinning that ankle so he shouldn't be able to raise his legs, but you can also do the high one. Let's say you've done one and it didn't work, try the other one next time. So here we go. This is the drill. You can alternate. Any questions? Partner up, 1, 2, 3. I'm wondering about that speaker.
We're gonna get it. Okay. I'll unplug it and plug it back.
All right, and go.
Do you like whatever, like, in which way, like as far as the seat is concerned?
I do palm facing down, but palm facing towards the foot. Yep, I do it that way. That way. I do palm facing the foot. Yep.
Yesterday. Oh, Andrew wanted me to play Share. Share? Yeah, I was thought he sent me I'm sure she made it on the radio that I was on.
top to bottom. And go. Head on the mat.
Either one.
Yep. Head on the mat. Or head on the mat. Shoulder on our thigh. Drive down.
Shoulder. Oh, shoulder.
Yeah. Head on the mat. Shoulder on our thigh. Good. That's your posture. Very good. Head on the mat.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like it connects. I probably do this.
Head all the way down on the mat. Yeah, good. Very good.
So, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, because if it's the bottom, I can
Rep it out. Bunch of reps. Over and over and over.
I was guessing you want to go this Sunday? Yeah, that's sorry.
Time. Alright, so again, where you would use this, and I've actually seen Chewy hit this in competition before. It's pretty fun to watch. Where you would use this, give me back. Let's say I'm going to hit him with a whatever kind of pass, whether it's a hit pin pass or it's a bullfighter pass. And before I can sell it, he turns into me. And as soon as he turns into me, that's when I hop up and over and start to take the back. Ideally, I would get a chest to back connection, so I go straight into seatbelt, chest to back. But if anything, my goal is to get behind his tricep. So, and I'll talk about this in the position we're going to do later today. Anytime I can get behind someone's tricep, it exposes their back or it exposes some attacks. So if I'm doing this and I'm trying to hop over, I may not get a chest to back connection, but if I can get up here before he turns into me, try to turn into me. If I can get up here before he turns into me and I can control the back of his elbow or his tricep, then I've got position. All right. This is a much better position for me than this. Okay. So I want to be behind that L1 tricep when I can to expose that back. All right, we'll do one more warm up. Circle up on your bellies. We're going to pretend there's an object right in front of me. There's an object about 45 degrees out. And there's an object straight to my side. We're going to hold our hands out, and we're going to raise up and over those objects. We're going to pause each time. We're going to go all the way through the motions. Pause for a split second, and keep on going. Now while we're doing this, our heads are up facing forward, our hands never touch the mat, and our toes are off the mat. So everything should be up in the air, our entire body is engaged. This is a shoulder and back warm up, but it really works your entire body. All right, now let's go and do it on your own. These get real fun, real quick. You guys ever do this on your own at home? Nope. You can actually put an object, like put just some solo cups, put some solo cups out, and you can go over those solo cups, or a shoe or a sock, just something you have to go over, because you'll start getting lazy and not raising up. But then you can up your game by adding 1 pound or 2 pound weights in your hands, and then it really sucks. I love these. I've had 3 shoulder surgeries. I need a 4th, and these have really helped strengthen my shoulder and make it feel a lot better.
Is it your labor?
Yep, I've had 4 labrum tears. Fixed 3 of them.
But you only had 2 labors.
I used to have my glove for punishment. A few more seconds. Everybody should be tired by now. Yep. Time. All right. Last thing we're going to do is practice motion we're going to do today. We're going to be diving on our shoulder. So just to kind of practice for that, we're going to be on all fours. We should dive under one side, and the goal is to get the back of your shoulder to touch the mat. So I'm diving under, and my goal is to get the back of my shoulder to touch the mat. So it's the back of my head and shoulder. I want to hold it for a few seconds. Then I go to the other side. I want to get as deep as I can, trying to get the back of my shoulder on the mat. And go. Do it on your own. Reach down towards your feet on the outside of your leg. So not just directly to your side, but actually down to the side. It's looking good. This is the start of our truck roll. All right, time. Yeah, Ryan. All right, so we're going to talk about the truck position. We'll talk about 2 ways to enter the truck position. We'll talk about 2 finishes and another transition from the position. And if we have time, we'll talk about flipping the truck. I don't know if we'll have time for that. We'll see how things go. But first, let's talk about what the truck position is. You left it. So this is the truck position. This is what we want to get to, all right? Key points of this position are, one, I've got this like lockdown grip. So if you guys have ever played lockdown before, another 10th Planet staple, we want to have our feet figure forward, and this foot is going to be like a boot. It's going to be a boot, really hooking his foot, and the other foot is tucked behind it. And what I'm doing with my right foot here is I'm actually extending with my right foot to put pressure. I'm not just pulling up with this leg, I'm actually pushing down with my inside leg, my bottom leg. So that is securing his foot. And then I'm going to have some sort of control here. The position I've actually got right now is a banana split. So I can finish Ryan with a banana split right here. To control the truck, I really just need to control the secondary leg. Preferably holding the toes. When you control someone's toes, it really limits their ability to kick free. If you hold the top of their foot or even their shin, he's got a much stronger ability to kick out of that. So holding the toes, other hand just holding the knee, gripping something. So this is how I want to hold the truck, all right? We're going to talk about some attacks from the truck. My favorite one is the calf slicer. So before we enter into this lockdown position, I actually want this leg bent. When you're reaching up the toes, foot on foot, we're going to pull down. Now, whenever I'm, I'll go through all this multiple times. I'm going to cover a lot here first, and we'll break each one down. Whenever I'm reaching up for this position, I want to be careful not to reach up like this. Be very careful. My arm's stuck. Because if he grabs that arm and pulls it down, he's going to armbar me. Okay? So ideally, I would reach up from the outside first, and then to the inside. When I reach up the inside, I'm really tracing up that leg. So I'm staying close to that leg. I'm not reaching over here. I'm staying up close to the leg. I'm getting on the toes. If I find myself on the shin, extend your leg. It's hard for me to hold. Top of the foot, extend your leg. It's harder for me to hold. Oh, that's a bad knee, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's harder for me to hold. I can still finish here, but he can still force me out of it. But to really get my finish, I want to get to the toes. Now he tried. Don't try to extend. But if he tried to extend, he would have absolutely no strength to extend out of this. Next key thing to think about: foot on ankle or figure four. This is weaker and exposes myself to a little more injury. I could blow my own knee out here. But foot on ankle is a much stronger position and is preferred for this finish. The next one we talked about was the banana split. So the foot goes from the ankle to the calf to the foot. I'm kicking it out. I'm getting a gable grip up near the knee, and I'm just stretching him out. That's the banana split. The third option we've got from here is to take the back. Foot goes back to the ankle. I'm going to stomp the mat with my feet, and as I stomp the mat, I'm going to catch his shoulder like a reverse underhook from the back. I'm going to catch his shoulder before he goes belly down. If I don't catch this, he's going to go belly down and be on top. So I'm catching the shoulder, pulling it down, shooting underneath, and getting my hook in. Okay? So I'll run through all three of those again. We'll practice just the finishes, and we'll talk about the entries into the finishes. See, it's hard to enter into this unless you do a proper entry, so we'll get the entries in there as well. We'll talk about the entry in just a moment. So again, here we are. The first one I like to do is climb up the leg, grab the toes, foot on foot, and I want to pull down. And as I'm pulling down, I'm also kicking forward with this foot, not doing anything with my leg, because if I flare this knee out, I can blow up my own knee. So I'm kicking forward with my foot, and I'm pulling down the toes. That's finish one.
Finish 2. Let's say he tries to extend this leg up and I lose this grip. No problem. This foot goes to kick that leg up even more. I climb up to his other leg, as close to the knee as possible. I'm pushing with my feet, pulling with my arms. Banana split. Option 3, foot back of ankle, stomping the mat, catching a shoulder, shooting my arm in, getting my hooks, and attacking the back. Alright? So those are the 3 attacks we'll do. We're going to do all 3 every single time. So you guys will enter into the position, you'll hit the calf slicer, you'll hit the banana split, and then you'll take the back every single rep. Alright? I know it's a lot, I promise. Once you do a couple times, you'll get this. In your back. Let's talk about the entry. We're going to start with 3/4 mount. 3/4 mount is everything but mount, and just traps my foot. Everyone come back around here. Back around here, guys. So I've shin stapled his leg. The idea here is I try to pass into mount, and as I'm passing into mount, he catches my foot. We've all gotten here before, right? We failed our mount attempt. They caught our foot, we're stuck. What he's likely to do is frame on this leg and try to push down and re-guard. And we're gonna capitalize on that. So as soon as he starts to frame on this leg, keeping in mind, I want to be behind his tricep. He wants his forearm in my waistline, his hands posted. I want to be behind the tricep. So as soon as he starts to frame on me, I'm going to shove that arm through. Now I'm behind his tricep. Now I'm in a pretty strong spot. I want to pressure down. I may hand fight a little bit to keep him from re-guarding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step back, stapling this top leg with my other shin, figure 4 to my feet. So here we are. He's got a frame. I'm going to shove that through, pressure down, back step and shin staple. So I've shin stapled his leg, tucking my toes behind my calf for a figure 4. Time. He's got a frame. Shoving it through, back stepping and shin stapling, figure 4 with my feet, and now for the roll. This is the truck roll. This is what we practiced just a moment ago, stretching our shoulders out. I'm going to dive. It's the inside arm, just like we practiced. I'm going underneath. I want to dive as deep as I can. And as I start to come up, I can already catch. The calf slicer. It's right there. Bam, calf slicer finish. Let's say he extends his leg. I'm going to help him extend by putting my foot on his ankle, grabbing the knee, banana split finish. Foot back to ankle, kick, catch his shoulder before he comes up, shoot my arm through, and now I've got the back. If you want to finish with the rear naked, you can. I'm more focused on just securing the back. So I'll do it one more time, get a bunch of reps in. We're going to start 3/4 mount. He's going to have his frame in. I'm going to pop his elbow through, pressuring in behind his tricep. Back step and shin staple his legs. Tuck my toes behind my calf. Dive on my shoulder, looking at the sky. And as he starts to come up, I can go ahead and catch his toes. Calf slicer finish. He starts to extend. I want to help him by putting my foot on his ankle. Grabbing gable grip high on the knee. Banana split. Stomp the mat. Catch the shoulder. Shoot through. Take the back. Any questions on that sequence?
Yeah, so when you do the truck, I usually typically pinch my knees together. Can you still finish the calf slicer with your knees more pinched, or does it need to be more perpendicular for that?
Show me what you mean.
So if you do it on Ryan again.
Just for the wedge, you pinch your knees.
Yeah.
Not as much on the truck. So you just lost the position. See how your knee just came through?
Yeah.
That's getting in the truck. He's right. So yeah, you don't do that. For the wedge, like what Evan does is the wedge, you do want to pinch your knees on that. It's a different configuration. But for the truck, if you want to lean your knee back, that's a good one. So just to emphasize that point, when I'm coming through, the only thing I want through here is my shin. I want my shin behind his calf. Because what he wants to do is he wants to flip it, and now my knee's through and he's behind my calf. So the closer your knee is to being through, the more likely you are to get in the position. If you guys noticed just a moment ago, I had the position. Now look where my hips are. My hips are now on top of his. So that's how he gained control. He got under my hips. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Yeah, answer your question. Any other questions, guys? So we're going to start in 3/4 mount. We're going to pop the elbow to the side, get behind the tricep, back step and shin staple, figure 4 our toes behind our calf, dive under. We've got the calf slicer, banana split, and then the back take. I know it's a lot, but you guys are getting this rhythm of just going through it over and over and over. All right, 1, 2, 3. Do one and switch. So you both get equal reps.
Hey Jeff, do you want? I have a compression sleeve for your foot and elbow. Do you want to try it out?
I've got one, but it's too big. I'm gonna go take it to Walgreens after this and switch it out. But if you've got one, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, it's a medium, so like, I mean, it's like tight on me.
Fall down on it.
Yeah.
I can't pull it. Then from there, what you're going to do is kind of do a little bit of a slide backwards to get your left leg under your right toe. And then from there,
We'll watch it go back to you.
and do that same motion where you pull this out, you go dive underneath and dive through. So when you're pulling
So
through,
first you
catch my
3/4
toe.
mount, you're not 3/4 mount. So
There you go. You want your left foot. Now, like I'm saying, this is an okay position, but you actually want your foot to brace against it. So now you're going to be real gentle because this is my blown out ACL. So actually grab as far as you can if you want. So then when you extend this
now you're all
and you
the top.
pull down on
Keeping
that,
on her right hip.
that's going to put a lot of pressure and cutting up the
Why don't we do this? Why don't you jump in with Amber? And then
Now, if
maybe
I
jump
start
with
to extend to get away,
we have some more
now
some
you
body
kick
types.
it.
We're doing a 3/4 mount. Are you familiar with those?
This.
We did last Wednesday. Yeah.
Stable, no thumbs. You just go like
So it was,
so now pull, stretch away while you push this out. There you go. That's gonna rip my groin. So then you switch this back to your foot. Let go of this. Stop down. See how that opens up my back? Definitely want to move this right away, and that's good. So you want to dive through to get that. That's the ideal position to get into. You're right here, and then you can pull this out and finish the. So that's the.
I know I saw it.
I just got here. I know I saw it last week. Yeah. He steps back. Kind of sits back.
I'll be shooting through.
Yep. Just like that. Dive under. Keep your legs like
Maybe?
hooks.
Yeah.
Dive. Good. Now catch his foot. Arm up it. Now, if you can, put your foot on your ankle. Yes. All the way to the toes. All the way. Yes, good. That's it.
Right.
So I want you to put your knee on that. Good. Now, she's going to work the frame all the way. You're going to pop it over and press it down behind your bicep. Good. No, not over here. On top. Right. Bring it all over top. Good. You're pressing it down. You don't want her to turn that.
Dive this arm underneath.
Now, back step with your right leg.
The toes as we're
Your
coming
legs.
through.
All the way back here. Good. Bring your hips back. Good. Now tuck your left. There you go. Now, take your left arm and pull under. But way down here. Way down here. Nice.
Good.
Now catch the toes. Nice. Now right as you go through.
Push it away.
Good. Good. Now, she's going to extend her leg. Set that.
There you go.
As she does it, now their left arm.
Yeah. So you
Outside.
can, when you're doing
Kind of pull.
either
Yeah,
get this one
I think it
right away or two legs back, which is like this and keep it at it. So either one, but just make sure that you're activating and engaged with this part that one way or
Yeah, they popped up on mine before I had them.
You're very welcome.
When I get to right here and I reach up and she extends her leg, so as soon as she extends, reach inside of your foot. First thing is stomp on the outside. I want to keep her squared up with me. I want to have her at an angle. So then I'm going to put my foot on top of her leg. Now. So reach around the outside and try and keep her square, like perpendicular. What?
Extended away. Yeah, you
So let's hang on just a second. So this goes back here. So start with 3/4 mount. This staples the top, and your toes go behind your calf. So just open up a little bit. Put your toes behind your calf. Yeah, just like your calf, your own calf. Just like that.
Like the triangle.
Yeah, the triangle. Yeah. Now dive under.
Here,
Yeah.
like this.
Now protect your foot if you can. Tie up that foot. Grab those toes. Now pause. I would rather see your right foot on your left ankle. That's a stronger position. You can still do what you just did with your left foot. Yep. And then kick the right foot. Extend. Just go back. Yep.
when you're gonna push it down,
And I recommend
just like
yeah. And now stop the mat. Stop the back. Catch your shoulder tight. Yeah. That's it.
That's like how we did last week. Kind of just fuzzy.
Anybody need any help? Everyone's looking pretty good. Raise your hand if you can come over there.
It's the stapling of the leg.
with this.
Yeah.
This one's just
Pause right there. This staple, stop. Pause there. This staple goes all the way on top of this leg. Right there. Good. Now left toes behind your right calf.
it's just this.
Toes behind your
And you
calf.
just stop down the mat,
Now
and
dive
that's
down.
gonna rotate.
Right.
Very good. Now reach up and grab his toes right
That's
now.
kind of
Very
helping
good.
you a little bit.
Now pause. Put your right foot on your left ankle. If you flexible enough to do that. Yeah, nice. Nice. Yep. Now, as
Yeah,
you
I
start
know
to
you
extend this leg
triangle it.
around,
I know you triangle it.
I was like, wait, no, that's
That's the only way I remember
bring
this.
your right foot right here. Yep, on top.
Dive.
So you start to push them down
Good.
the catch and reach around your outside.
I
Outside
think it's the other
first.
foot, isn't it?
Yep. Good. Now you walk
This is the
position.
calf
You want to
leg.
keep it
Yeah.
spread out. You want to keep this leg,
And then you grab this leg
this ankle,
and you kick that one out. Yeah,
goes
like that.
to right here. You don't
And
let
kick
him
that
try.
one out.
This hurts. So next I want to see you take it back. So make sure you finish that last step.
Usually,
Okay?
for some reason, if I don't do it, I use it hard. It'll be easier to do it like that. Type it. Because they'll tap it. They don't have it.
Yes, because I was doing it too, right?
Yep. I think it does because anytime I have a full grip on a hand guy, I want to pull. I want to pull.
So I got the big triangle.
Now I want to pull with
So
the
it's
frame.
here.
So if this is a locking arm, I want to pull with the other arm. In this case, this is a lock.
Well, I'll put my, if you said put the feet like this,
Yeah.
and then pull up here, that's the calf slice. I'm not gonna do it all the way. Like this is here. Kick here. Oh, good. At the back. I just went to the back. I think that's a banana split. Banana
Now you have your feet and tuck it.
Hey Jeff, I do have a question.
I never forgot about this movie. Saw it last week.
That's what he was like, how did you work your last week? And there was like one person that raised their hand.
Because you don't want to step up.
So she was saying, like,
So your knee slice here. So I'm here trying to bring it over there. And here. Clear that leg. Good. So here, imagine here. That's my right. Triangle the leg.
I would immediately catch those toes. Yep. Very good. Before you settle.
Yeah.
Side.
I don't like my knee. Like that's why I was like,
So grab my leg to the banana split.
Here's why. Put your foot on your right ankle. Left foot on your right ankle.
And then push down for the back too.
I don't do any sort of splitting with that knee.
Feet down and grab the back. Exactly.
So push and
That's the
incline
back.
this.
It's just out, but you're.
I'm not putting any pressure on that.
3 moves.
But here's the thing,
3
if you
moves that are
pinch,
available.
you're giving him the flip. Because that's what he wants. He wants to get that knee on the other side. I'll talk about flipping just a moment. I mean, you're absolutely right. There is a risk to the knee. That's what you gotta do for equal pressure.
Because I really think that tucks his head. Pull your left arm behind your head. Finish his banana split like this. Yeah, I've never seen that. Like something like that. Like like behind them. Maybe. I don't want. We were going back and forth with the gym right here.
This didn't go well.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
So then this is a scramble.
Oh,
I
that
didn't do it right.
Okay.
So I reach around, hold out.
Yeah.
Finish your last rep.
So I didn't catch that.
And pause right there, because here's what we're going to talk about. Just a minute. Now, he's going to flip this. He's going to push your knee. He's going to try to rotate you. So if your knee's already out right there, that you
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So if your knee's already close to that position,
Yeah, that's it. That's really smart. Because now you've got the leg, I can't roll with it.
If you're pulling it that way while you're
So I grab here.
I raise my leg up.
So pause right there. So one thing you're missing right here is see how it's getting from that. When it's getting set on top of here. The way you can get them there is when you can actually kind of grip it. You can also extend your legs. But if you want this down, or you want to get up behind his knee. Even whenever you extend the banana split, you still want this behind you. You want this on the calf, and your knees to your chest.
See, that's
Put
the
on his calf.
banana split is the best one.
On that long leg makes it a little harder. Yeah, good, right there. Now, if you extend your legs just a little bit, you should be able to lift him up and put him on your chest. Good. Now catch his thigh.
Because they can
Extend
go
your
like
legs some
this
more.
far
See
and
that?
that's
That's
enough
where hips
for
are. That's
a
what
woman is going to be able to go
Palm out.
wide.
All right, bring it on in.
Well, I think that's another problem.
Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm just going to walk through all again just to point out some things. Now that you've had a chance to rep it, and we'll talk about flipping the truck. All right. So going back to the start, ran 3/4 mount. He's got a good frame. He's got 2-on-1 on this thigh. He's about to push my leg through and try to regard. I'm anticipating that. So before he regards, I may do a little bit of hand fighting to prevent him. I may pull his elbow up, preventing him from getting a good pressure on that knee. But when I'm ready, I'm popping this elbow across so I can get behind his elbow, behind his tricep, and I'm pressuring down. And all of my weight now is on his tricep. I don't want him to go flat to his back. If he can recover and go flat to his back, I've now lost the ability to do this truck roll. I have gained the ability to pass him out because he's flat on his back, but I've lost the truck roll, which is what I was really wanting to do. It's much fancier, much cooler. We like doing fancy, cool stuff. So I'm going to pop this across, pressure down onto his tricep, preventing him from going flat to his back. From here, it's that back step. Now what I'm doing with my feet is I'm shin stapling both legs. So I've got my knee on one side, my toes on the other. Think about stapling from like a staple gun. It's a U shape, right? And you're stapling down what's in the middle. That's what a shin staple is. So my shin is stapling both his legs to the mat. I don't want just one of them, or just I don't want just one of them. I want both of them. I don't want to go back here. I want a position. So I want to staple both of them at the same time. Once I get my staple, all my pressure's still down. I'm leaning forward just a little bit to get my toes behind my calf, and I'm diving. I'm not staying here for long because he's going to immediately start to know something's up and want to get out of this. So as I dive, I'm already catching the toes before I settle in this position, and I can already get this finish. Well, let's just say I haven't got the toes, and let's say he extends his leg, whatever it may be, but I don't have the toes. I really want to be underneath his hips. If I'm not under his hips, if I'm right here, this is almost like 50-50. It's kind of a neutral position. I've still got the position because my knee is in a better spot for his. My shin is behind his calf, but he can very easily flip this on me. So what I can do to fix this is I can just extend. Now look where his hips are. So all I did to get from this neutral position to get to this advantageous position is extend my legs. Okay? From here I can get my banana split. A lot of people are talking about which grip you want. I prefer to reach around the outside top of the leg first, palm out, then I get my gable grip and I pull towards me. Okay? Some people are doing it the opposite. I'm not saying this is wrong at all, but this eliminates my ability to pull. Right here, I can do either way with this one,
But if I've got this arm helping, I can't really pull if this is my grip. I can't pull this leg. So with my palm out, and I'm pulling it in with this arm at the same time. And I'm hugging it to my chest. What I don't want to have happen is I don't want him to start to twist his hips like into me. So turn it into me, like pull it to your left, nope, to your left, to the left. So I hit him one down. If I don't have my shin, my foot behind his calf, he can start to turn into me. We're gonna get this weird like stretch position, which is not gonna finish him. So I want to make sure we're perpendicular. We want to make sure his foot is staying hooked behind his calf in order to finish the mana split. Then we finish.
I have this one quick question.
Yep.
The reason why you grab with that arm and not the other is can the arm bar the other arm? If you grab with that first?
The inside?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You'd have to push it the opposite way.
I just wanted to ask that real quick.
Yeah. I think the reason I'm reaching the outside in is for control of the hip. If I'm reaching from the inside, I just don't feel like I have control of this outside part of this body, which is what I need. Whereas if I'm here and he extends this leg and I start to extend it, bring his hips up, I'm coming and I'm getting underneath him. And I'm cupping right here and I'm finishing. And when I'm ready to take the back, I'm stomping the mat. And before he can go belly down, I'm catching. The very first thing I do is catch right here. I don't go around the neck first and the seatbelt first. I catch right here. And then I pull myself underneath and I finish with my hook. Okay? That is the 3/4 mount into a truck roll with a calf slicer, banana split, back take finishes. I'll show you two other entries. We don't have time to drill them today. I just want to show you that there's some other options to enter in here as well. Over here. So let's say I've got him on your back. Let's say I've got him in switch base. Reverse K-set. I can wedge my knee underneath, I can wedge my elbow to keep it tight. What most people will do is they'll turn into you. So he'll turn onto his right hip, try to turn into me, and he's going to try to shrimp out. He's going to probably post on my armpit, right, and try to extend and push me. He wants to push me down once I get here. I'm going to take advantage of him doing that. I'm going to cup this leg and trap the leg from the bottom up. If I have trouble catching that leg, I can also get it from the top first and then switch it to the bottom. But I've basically got the exact same position. Now we're just on the side. So this is how we were from mount earlier, right before we rolled. Now we're just on the side. So the bottom leg goes up to catch his top leg. Over here, and dive right into the position. Another option, turtle. Another option is from reverse turtle. You get here from like a double under, or like a gut wrench position, or really double under and they turtle from that position. I can pressure into him, roll to your right hip. Stuff this leg, and as we're rolling, I can catch the foot, keep rolling with me. You catch the foot, and bam. So it's another entry into that same position. All right, any questions about any of that before we talk about flipping the truck? There's Mud. I know it seemed like a lot, but you guys were hitting the sequence very well. Everybody was doing a very good job of that.
When you did that side one, when you went and hooked the leg from the bottom leg, if you hook it from the top, did you get the same thing?
You get the wedge from the top.
Okay.
Yep. So from the top. So if on your right hip, on your left hip, I'm sorry. From
That's
the top.
the wedge, okay.
Yeah. So this is the wedge, and this is like Evan loves this. He's very good at this. Everything is exactly the same except he has the top leg. This is an entry straight to the back. You can't really hit him with submissions unless you switch your feet in transition. But same thing. You can come up here. You can kick down. You got the back. You guys ever rolled with Evan? Evan's very good at hitting the wedge from a lot of different positions. That's one of his specialties. All right, let's talk about flipping the truck. Mike, go ahead and roll the truck for me. All right, so I want to start defending now. All right, before he can get locked up, before he gets my hips up on his hips, don't put my hips up on your hips. So extend me up. Good. I want to start defending before I get here, but I can still defend once I'm here. Okay. But ideally, I start defending before we get here. So as he's transitioning, what I want to do, everyone come around to my head to the top side. We talked before about there are a couple of points of control in the truck position. We talked about the lockdown on the leg. We talked about being under the hips. We also talked about controlling the secondary leg or foot. The reason we control the secondary leg or foot because for me to flip it, I have to clear this and plant my foot on the back. All right. So I want to plant my foot on the mat. I'm going to put a hand on his knee, put a hand on his hip. What I'm doing here is I'm scooting my hips out. As I'm scooting my hips out, I'm limp legging. So I'm not going to crank down. I'm going to limp leg this out, basically extend it. I'm going to push. I'm rotating him on top of me. So it's posting with my foot, pushing on the knee, pulling on the hip, limp legging, and taking my knee to the mat. So now I have reverse the flip the truck. Go ahead and put me in the full truck position so we can on top of you. Good. So same thing. He can have me fully in this position and I can still flip the truck. It's a little bit harder, so you do want to kind of time it as soon as it happens. But what I want to do here, hand on the knee, hand to the far side hip. I want to get my foot out to the mat, so I kind of kick myself up and over to the mat. Now I'm going to push, pull, limp leg out. And now I've got him in the truck position. I'm immediately going to start to attack. Stop. Take it back. I taught this in the 6 a.m. earlier this morning, and guys that just saw this for the first time and they were flipping the truck in rolls that very morning. White belts flipping the truck in that rolls that very morning, so it's pretty cool. So let's do it again. Mike's going to hit the truck roll on me. I'm immediately catching his far side hip, catching the knee, foot goes to the mat, pushing with my foot, pushing on his knee, pulling with my hand, limp legging to straighten my leg out, get my knee out of position. Bam. I now flip the truck. One more time. Catching the hip, catching the knee, foot to the mat, scooting my hips out, this one a little bit slower, scooting my hips out as I'm pulling him up on top of me. So now see how I'm under his hips? I've now got my knee out, so now my shin is behind his leg instead of my, he's in charge, I'm in charge. That's the difference. He's in charge, I'm in charge. It's all in my knee position.
How do you want to do this?
Any questions? Let's get a couple of reps in of flipping the truck and we'll roll. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, you can flip it on me first.
Sorry, buddy. You want me to go with this one?
Yep.
Was that too rough?
I'll beat the shit out of you.
So remember, as soon as they roll, you're catching their far hip with your hand, you're catching their inside knee with your hand, you're stomping your free foot on the mat, pushing, pulling, and twisting them on top of you.
Hey Jeff, you can help Trey out. His
Straight that way.
Yep.
So like he wants to prove that, right?
Yep. So what you want to do is you want to lift him up, put him on top of you while rotating him. So yeah, very good. Nick, very good. You just flip the truck. Now a way to improve that. That's a way to improve that.
So just kick it. Put it back. Even if you don't switch it, right?
Now I feel like on you. Yeah.
And drop there. That's a hard time getting up.
Alright,
He's already almost lost position. Yeah. And because he wants to flip behind your knee, what you want to do, push here, grab with this, use that foot to scoop his back.
As soon as you're ready to go, grab this hip when we start.
You want to free that knee.
Creating some room in your
Do one rep and switch, so you don't get a bunch of reps.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
As long as I can get my knee here, now I got control. This there, you got control.
You understand.
so then from here, as I start the other, relay.
So like you were like,
That's a kick, but at least you're right.
You want to go.
Yeah. Because I even
It's like if you're here, you can't change my hips get up and grip is a lot better.
as I'm rolling, grab. When it rolls,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I could have got my hand out, but I don't know how it works.
Alright, so if you're doing this here, no, I'm doing it. And then you reverse.
So immediately put this foot to the floor. Yeah.
Hey guys, when we talk about push pulling on the knee and the hip, you're pushing the knee between your legs. You're shoving it deeper between your legs, and you're pulling their hip up on top of you. Because you want their hips to be on top of your stomach. You're trying to rotate them so they're perpendicular with their hips on your stomach.
Here. Here.
Get on your left side. Bench down with your thighs. Pause. Pause right there. You're not going to slam out, are you? You just don't know. You don't.
That was a little aggressive on the taking the leg before we had it go back.
Yep. That pause right here. Grab that. Hand goes to the knee.
I like it like
Goes to the mat. You're going to shove his foot down. Basically, rotate him on top. While you kick off your foot, rotate around. Kick off your foot. On the mat. Yes. And rotate. Yes. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, because the reason why
Now, the only thing you missed was left leg.
yeah, you don't
Get your right hip. Yeah. A little bit more. A little bit more. Right hip. A little bit more. Yeah.
I can grab that.
yeah, the leg is already in front of you.
There you go.
So I think it's
You're basically right there. You really want to get this knee down. That's kind of what you're missing. You want to get to your right hip. But you now have the position to finish it. Let me hop in on this real quick. Yep, rotate the back. Yep. Let me do it real quick. On your back.
Sorry. That's what we just made my
that's another thing.
So I'm immediately right. I'm already catching him before we settle. Hand goes to the knee, foot goes to the mat. And what I'm doing is I'm scooting myself around him while I'm also turning him. So I turn and I rotate him.
Just relax.
Tag.
Yeah.
Grab it. Yeah, there you go. Like, cause if you keep
I think we're all also in a sticky sweat phase. We're all sweating just enough to be sticky, not slippery. So our skin breaks.
Very good.
You all doing all right?
Yeah, yeah. So now it's your turn, and I reverse it on you.
someone goes for the truck.
Yep.
I do
Turn
this,
into him.
and I'm going for the
There
truck.
it is. That was beautiful, Marcus. That was beautiful. Good job.
The easier
Exactly right.
it is to hit, so if you go limp, it makes it harder for me to hit the stuff.
Yep. If you go limp immediately, it helps out a lot. It helps you roll your leg. That's what we're talking about. If you go limp leg, extend your leg.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go.
Nice, Ryan.
Right, because I'm gonna keep my foot.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's better in this situation.
Come on, Ryan.
That's another thing.
I need to be spinning towards the chin.
That's exactly.
To get turned
Let's rep it out, ladies. Keep on repping it.
That's what I mean.
But your turn.
I don't know what you guys did here.
All I know is when I hit it, my goal was to get my knee to hit something.
Yes. Well, your goal should be to get your knee to the mat.
Cut angles a lot better.
But yeah, it typically stops with something. You want to go to the mat.
Grabbing. I'm telling you, go to the back.
Your left leg. So your leg.
And in a tournament, which
Well, if you're pushing him, what you need to be doing is pushing him the other way. You're rotating him the wrong way. You need to rotate him up
on top of you. You want his hips on your belly. So you're rotating on top of him. At the same time, you're swinging your hips out and left leg. Yes, just like that. Yes, 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 yes. Now pause. You really want to get your knee out and out. Now that you've got your shin behind his calf, you can hit the submission. Or you go to the calf slice, or the banner split. But that's the key thing if you're trying to get your knee out from behind his. Finish your last rep.
Yep. Then it's here, like that, and then I push. And here it comes. And I slip out.
Wrong way, Karen. Rotate the other way. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Amber, hit the truck roll on her.
Wrong way. You're supposed to grab this first on hip, or this hip.
So I grab the hip here.
Okay, what you're gonna do is you're pulling her on top of you. So yes, just like that. Pretty close. Next time you start to do it, don't climb out of it. Yeah, just let it work. But yeah, it's just like you're rotating her on top of you.
Does it make sense to you?
On top of her.
Like I can.
All right, guys, bring it in. So a couple key concepts about the truck. When you're in the truck position, it's all about the hips. The person that's in control, it's all about the hips and the knee. The person that's in control has their knee out because their shin is in instead, and they're also underneath the other person's hips. Here, right? The hips are the big thing. So right here, his hips are on top of mine. My knee is out, so my shin is what's behind his. He could not do the same thing to me that I'm doing to him right now. However, if he just barely switched, now he can. He just flipped the truck. So notice the rotation. So look, I'm now, my hips are now on top of his. If I want to flip this, I'm rotating, I'm rotating him, so that now he's on top of me. That's all we're doing is switching who's on top of who. Now if he wants to rotate, to flip it, bam. Now I'm on top of him. So that's all we're doing is switching that position, and the way we're doing it is by pushing his knee down, pulling on his hips, posting on the mat, scooting out, getting my knee to the mat. Now underneath him, and then take the position. So keep that in mind. Whoever's under the other person's hips, and whoever has their knee line out, and their shins behind the other person's knee, is who's in control of this position. Okay? Any questions? All right, y'all. Let's get some rounds in. 1, 2, 3. We're going to start from 3/4 mount. Full rolls from 3/4 mount.
Can we grab a mouthpiece? Go to the bathroom. We take a bathroom break at 10:30 classes.
You guys do that in these classes?
We have a lot of liberty.
We don't take breaks at 6 a.m.
I got.
All right, quick break.
I know.
Oh, we go pee pee.
Thanks, man. How's your knee?
It's feeling worked over, but it's still.
Is it okay?
It's still good. It's still okay.
Can I see that?
I can do some light try.
How's it feeling with that?
This actually helped a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, compression.
Yeah. It's a lot better now than it was yesterday.
Do you remember how it happened?
He
Like over.
He had an don't do it. He had an overhook, and we were in like a takedown battle. And we were like on the ground somehow in a weird scramble. And I went to pull my arm out, and as I pulled my arm out, as I pulled my arm out, I was like elbow deep, just wrenched it hard. So,
okay. I was like, how do you?
it was a dick move. Pretty good.
Just to move.
This was
All
like
right,
a
guys.
open mat. That's what it happened.
All right, guys. We're gonna get 6 rounds in. If you can't stay for all 6, no problem. We'll do 6 4.5-minute rounds, 15-second breaks.
4.5.
Yeah. Short rounds, short rests. Partner up. Start 3/4 mount. Go.
We still have a lot of people seeing it.
It's fine. It's okay, man. Doing all right.
How's everyone doing at home?
We're doing great. Getting ready to go spend 2 weeks in the cabin.
Yeah.
Where you going off to?
Okay.
Not so bad.
Yeah, it's closer to work. Not closer. Yeah.
Yeah, we got still 5 or 6 months here. Yeah, we bought a cabin out there on some property. And
This is you.
out in the middle of nowhere.
Good for you.
Like out in the woods. And
Right?
hills.
That's what I'm working towards. Yeah. Ever since we stayed in that, especially since when we went down to Gatlinburg,
Yeah.
we just stayed in some cabins off that main road that goes into Gatlinburg,
Yeah.
and I was like, I know this is there, but even now I'm like, I gotta get out of town.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I hate living around people,
Yeah.
being bothered.
Yep.
No
That's kind of where our
peace.
heads at. Yeah, we just
No
want to get away
peace.
from people. And
I messaged you yesterday. You can count me in for February.
Gotcha. For sure.
I'll be there.
Awesome,
I'll
man.
make sure I'm there.
When's the last time you worked for us? It was early in the year, right? Memphis?
Memphis.
Did you Myrtle Beach? Okay. We got a new payroll system. So
Okay.
I'll send you information. I'll get you set up and all that.
I got another one
It's a newer
in
one.
addition to that one. Yeah, no problem.
They make changes every 3 months, which is what they call it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good, buddy.
I'll get you take care of it.
Yeah, man.
Probably head you back.
Good to be slowly getting back. And
Yeah.
peak season's been a month.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hang on tight. You
Don't-
still got-
don't take this as an official statement.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't ship shit through us right now.
Good to know.
Yeah, dude. You can't find anything in the building. It's
Nice.
our whole building's an OSHA violation right now. It ain't good. Again, that was not an official statement.
Not on behalf of the company.
That's right.
So start from 3/4 mount. If you get a finish, reset, split to 3/4 mount.
Yes.
Alright. Well, be very careful, buddy. This is left one down to your right. You want to put your left knee up. Yeah. Step over a knee block. Slide your left knee across the waistline. Underhook is left leg. Nope, go back. Go back.
I think there's
Slide your left knee across the waistline. Slide you won't go. Yeah, right there.
I want to do the masters. I got somebody in the masters. Yeah.
I'm not gonna finish anything, so just fight through whatever, okay? We're good.
You guys gotta go at some point, no problem, just shake my hand. We got 10 till 12. 12 till 12.
I'm gonna head out. My knee's acting up again.
Alright, man. I'll watch this and get it back to you.
All right, no worries. I appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.
I've been wearing it in a long time, so.
It definitely does feel better. Time! No rest! Switch partner, slap hands, and go!
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. You too.
Step that leg first, do your form. Dive deep on the shoulder next time. Keep rolling while I'm talking, guys. We've got a tournament coming up in February, the Drunk-Jitsu Open here in Louisville. If you want to compete, I guarantee it will be one of the best tournaments you've ever been to. Ryan helps run it, Chewy's there, a lot of people from Derby City run the event. Flyers are up on the walls in the locker rooms each side. Scan a QR code and sign up. It's an awesome tournament. Sub only, you don't see too many of those.
Stop that.
Well, that's longer than I
Let's say I'm gonna I'll be coming up here, and then usually depending on the process, I'm just kind of stuck here. Trouble with switching back to
So if I don't recommend a couple lines, I don't push that. I don't push that half inch out. Double like you. So now, no, it's okay. That's the safe one. What we'll often do is what you're doing right now is we'll start to push, which is fine. They can push all they want. I'm going to pinch with my leg and my elbow real tight on your hips.
Wow, it was close.
Whenever I go into that position. Oh, switch partners, left hand to go, no rest. No rest. No rest. Is this the side you are? I can't figure out here. All right. What's your name again? Okay, I just want to call you that. Ross, call you that. Okay, I'm not sure we had met before. Don't matter at all, bud. Nice to meet you. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, good job today. How are you?
Bye, girl.
Yeah. This was a pretty advanced. That's a really good job. So right here, you want to be behind. Goodbye. Yep.
I'll be going to. I got a pack of wrestling bag. I forgot.
Maybe. Otherwise, you just go back out. No.
It's looking in my head though.
Now you're in 3/4 of the quarter guard. All right, we just talked about this. I would lock through them right here. I would get a cross with your right arm. Left arm pick a position on your neck. Close your grip. Close your grip. Close your grip. Don't let him let go. Don't let him let go. Drive your right shoulder into his neck. Don't let him let go. Stick your head in there and keep his hand against your neck with your shoulder. Close your grip with your hand. You lost it. I'll show you that. I'll show you one for you later. Dive deep on that shoulder.
Sorry,
I didn't want to. Nice, you flip it in. Almost there. Nice job.
Alright, one on each side, one more side. Let's go. You are strong.
Mike, you've got some bad news to your knees. Do what? I was thinking maybe if I brace super hard, being broken old man, it wouldn't matter. You get pressure down on his tricep. You get a backstab and shin staple, and you got the truck entry. Keep that pressure down. Keep that pressure. Nope. Get your knee on the other side. Yeah, good. Figure 4. Roll.
Excuse me.
There you go.
Okay.
Right, flip it. Wrong way.
Everybody on the ground. Come on. Don't quit. Do not touch the ground and don't quit. 50 seconds of it.
What was that? That was the weakest.
You don't eye gouge.
No.
Wrist lock.
It was just a. Are you paying attention? Yeah. I was. Are you looking? Are you listening? I was.
Thank you.
Time. Switch partner. Top hand. Go. No rest.
You're so strong.
He's like, don't do like on me.
I didn't go for it.
Ryan is so good.
Only a couple rounds left, guys. Take a break, Ryan.
condition. You could wrap it.
It feels used, you know. There's a whole lot of.
Got it.
You know what you're missing is your left leg is not in position. Your left leg is across his body, but he's holding it, right? So you've got to get that left leg across his body. You can even use your left shin, but you want to really press that shin into his, put your shin across his legs. Good.
Good.
Just be careful with each other.
Slight pressure.
Cal doesn't have any room with those biceps. Dang, dog. Hard to fit an ankle in there, too.
You know, like I can't walk.
Damn it, Kendall!
Oh, fuck. That's what that feels like.
Try and pinch your knees together. He's just going to pass them out. Good. Kendall, next time you back step like that, shift your weight down on top of his legs. You got to pin his legs. Step over his head, Trey. Step over his head, good. Keep stepping over. Keep going. Get your elbow out, your left elbow, get it out. Nice job. Reverse triangle. There you go.
Lock it up.
Close that finger
Lock it up.
forward.
Come on.
Close that finger forward. He's stepping.
Wildest turn of this ever.
Now let's get one more round. One more round. Switch partners, swap hands, and go. If you just sat, jump in. If you haven't sat yet, take a round off. Let somebody in. Yeah, 3/4 mount. 3/4 mount. And make sure your knees on his partner is going to mount you, just like that.
Yeah, it's not healing because it's continuously. I haven't been here the last 2 days.
Control posture and his wrist.
Yeah, and they told me that that's the last
That's
time
hard.
they was ready.
He's
But
pretty
the other day,
strong.
I had somebody come with me. My husband's out of town. So, I got a car, I got his car. But he has to go to work, using his car.
Oh, you had it. Good defense.
His scissor sweep is unreal. Like, really, really strong.
full chain. Yeah.
I think that was long, right?
Someone talking about going to that barbecue for not actually having a hot coffee component. I just recently saw.
Grab your shin with your left hand. Right shin, left hand, good. Now keep your left arm close to the space on up, close that gap while you get your position correct.
No.
Keep your left hand on your right shin. Yep. Now you can put your left foot on your hip. Help cut the angle. Left foot on the hip, cut the angle. Now from here I fight the arm bar. Because you don't have the triangle. Get your left hand on your right shin and don't let go of the rest of the time. You gotta work on that angle. So put your left on the mat, square yourself up. So pick him up on top. Put your left on the mat and square yourself up. So get him on top. Like take off the mat with your left foot. Try to get him on top. Grab that shin, grab that shin, grab that shin. I want you to get big in there. Get your shoulders broad and wide. Get your elbow out. You want to get big in that space. And you get if you come up, I want you to look at the ceiling as hard as you possibly can. Posture straight. Look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. Push down at his belly and look at the ceiling. Push. Look at the ceiling. Keep it done. So right knee, grab your shin, left hand. Grab your shin down. Good. Left from the hip. Rotate. In a very secure position.
Whoa.
Reverse triangle, these are hard to hit, but they're doable.
Actually,
Hand on the shin, let's keep that position. Left hand on your right shin. Good. There you go, nice. Keep your right knee where it is, and scissor your legs together. Pinch together. Pinch your knees together. There you go, nice job, guys. Good battle.
Yeah.
I was okay.
Good battle, guys.
30
seconds.
I get the idea.
Nice strong, Mike. You still got it.
And then you go so
Mike, I competed against an Olympic wrestler. Jake Herbert. I competed against him in Franklin move. He was in the gym for all the he was
I think it was just spring. Yeah, spring.
15 wrestling books. Michigan.
But he beat me by decision. He grinded me out. But I defended a single leg. Did he rep that match? No, Zeke repped that match.
didn't get to see it.
Yeah. I defended a single leg, I defended a Russian tie, and I defended an arm drag. And I shot him like double leg on his knees. Like on his knees.
So you got legs.
And then he hit a beautiful, he finally hit a beautiful single leg on me. Like, absolutely beautiful. My face went. He got there. And then there's the over. Once he got me down, I was struck. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. He had 20 pounds in it too. It was a lot of fun. All right, guys. Everyone did a great job today. The truck position, the entries, the finishes from there, flipping the truck, those are all advanced moves. Those are all pretty fancy advanced moves that very few people outside of 10th Planet do. So it's not a common sequence or series at all. You guys did a great job today. Anybody hit it live? Anybody hit a truck roll live?
No, I didn't.
Anybody try to hit it?
Yes.
Good. Anybody flip the truck? Couple of hands raised. Good. Who tried to flip the truck? Whatever you do, if you learn a new move in class, just at least try it. If you don't hit it, so what? At least try it, because you'll see how your opponent reacts, and you learn by failing sometimes, right? You learn by trying something that doesn't work. You try to think about why didn't it work, and you try it again next time, making a tweak, make an adjustment. If it doesn't work again, try it again next time, thinking about what didn't work, and make that tweak, that adjustment. All right? You got anything, Coach?
No.
All right, y'all. Jiu-Jitsu Open, February 15th. It's coming back. It is the best tournament in the country right now. It is awesome. So you guys, if you guys haven't competed in it, come compete in it. Ryan's going to work it. I don't know if Mike's going to work it. He hasn't given me a thumbs up on that one yet. But it is a very good tournament. So come have some fun. Have a good one, y'all. So work it? Alright, thanks. Marvin, you're working, aren't you? You're working, aren't you? Aren't you rapping? I want to, but I gotta see how some things work out.
You know, Ryan, when you say
I'll put you in the
small fish in a big pond, I feel like that every day.